What's good, Hypehead Sneaker Beast family? It's your boy, the Hypehead Sneaker Beast, and we are back with another video today. As y'all can see, it's a little darker in here than y'all used to, so you know what that means. I'm here for the scary. I'm the horror king, aka I don't get scared. So you know what that means. I'm here for the jumps. Let's go. So today, look, we got 5 YouTube mysteries that'll creep you out. I'm nervous already, man. I'm already nervous about what is gonna happen here. But make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, leave a like, let your boy know how he's doing. We on the grind to 100 and we are getting there, man. So thank you to everybody, all the subscribers. Tell a friend, subscribe. Hey man, let's go ahead and get into this video.
It's hard to imagine the internet today without YouTube, which has become a popular source of information and entertainment. While videos about mysteries are pretty popular, the YouTube mysteries themselves are less common. But as with everything on the internet, we only see a small slice of what's really going on. And without the rest of the story behind some videos and channels, there are plenty of mysteries. Number 1.
Nervous, man. Already.
Nicholas Sonderegger was a dancer with a small following on YouTube when he vanished in September of 2018.
It's too soon, bro.
Nick was probably best known for his cameo appearances on the much more popular YouTube channel, Explore With Us. He lived in Salton City, a relatively shady and rundown town with plenty of abandoned buildings for the Explore With Us crew to film. And Nick was happy to show them around in more than one video. Nick was living with a man named Austin at the time of the disappearance. According to some sources, Austin and Nick were joined at the hip and both worked with Nick's uncle. In the early hours of the 12th of September 2018, the pair came home and were getting ready to go to bed when they heard what sounded like a woman screaming. Nick wanted to go and see what was going on, but Austin thought it was better to leave it alone. After a short debate, they decided to leave it be, given how dangerous the town was. Austin went to bed, but when he woke up, he discovered Nick was missing. He assumed his friend had gone to investigate the screaming after all, and went out to search for him.
In this situation, why don't you just call the police? Why don't you just have the authorities go check it out? Why do you think that you have to be Superman? I don't understand it. This is easily a situation that could have gone in a completely different direction. Yo, we gotta wake up. Hey, you see something, say something. Do not investigate.
Eventually contacted police when he couldn't find his friend, and informed Nick's family that he was missing. A number of Nick's personal belongings were found, including his wallet, at least one of his boots, and his knife's sheath, though the knife itself has not been found. As he was the last person to see Nick, Austin has fallen under a lot of suspicion.
I was just about to say that. This seems like a dispute that took place in some kind of way. Oh, we heard a woman screaming. Why would that be a reason for anybody to go out alone and investigate? Oh, you fell asleep and he just left. He's an idiot.
People have found it hard to believe that he could just fall asleep, given what they heard. As he was the only person to witness the conversation, some have even doubted the screaming occurred at all. It does seem strange that nobody else has come forward to report hearing the screaming, especially seeing as the woman had sounded like she was some distance from Nick and Austin, and they were likely people closer to the source of the noise than they were. Austin was apparently taken in by Nick's family after his friend's disappearance, and the uncle either bought or helped Austin buy his own truck. The uncle also roused suspicion. He had a criminal record and had been imprisoned for assault, though beyond this, there doesn't seem to be much evidence to go with the theory. The Explore With Us channel conducted a small investigation. According to them, Austin stopped responding to their messages after they mentioned the uncle's criminal record. This only added to some people's belief that Austin was guilty. However, the channel was also ghosted by Nick's cousin, who corrected some mistakes the channel made, then stopped responding. So it could just be that those close to Nick didn't want to interact with them for whatever reason. Whatever the case, Nick remains missing. There is a substantial reward for information regarding his disappearance, but so far, nobody has come forward.
Like, what could have happened there? Did he run away? Did he run away? Did his friends do something crazy to him? Is his family in on it? Like, it just seems like there's way too many things going on here. Like, I would expect if something had happened to him, it was from an outside source, or he went to investigate and something happened. But then I don't really even believe that story. I don't know, man. That's a lot going on there. Let's try to figure that out.
Number 2.
The way that these numbers are showing up, the last one was number 1, this is number 2, that was a 5, this is a 4. My head's mixed up, it's too late for this.
Social media has made it easier than ever for fans to connect with their favorite celebrities. And with more and more information being shared online, it can be easy for fans to convince themselves that they actually know the celebrities they're following. Unfortunately, this can have a very negative consequence when stalkers take things too far. That was the case with Elena Cohen, who vanished from the internet in 2014 after gaining the attention of one obsessive fan. Elena was a singer-songwriter who began posting to YouTube some years earlier. She was very talented and gained around 10,000 followers, but was yet to make the jump from the internet into the charts, as some other artists had done around the same time. The songs were mostly covers, but she also wrote and performed some of her own songs. Elena's channel peaked towards the end of 2011, but then she suddenly stopped posting. What had been a regular posting schedule turned into a handful of videos over the next few years, and then in 2014, she made all but one of her videos private. At the same time, Elena's name and the name of her YouTube channel had been appearing on several forums, but it wasn't Elena promoting her own music. An obsessed fan had mentioned Elena in several posts. He claimed to be a music producer and had reached out to her to collaborate. According to the poster, he'd worked as her promoter and somewhat of an agent, advising her on whether she should sign contracts or not. In another post, he claimed he was involved in a lawsuit against Elena and wanted to find information about her from a variety of sources. It was clear he wasn't just someone trying to make a fan page, but wanted to reach Elena, who he referred to as an unknown artist in real life. The stalker would claim Elena was part of a conspiracy, which also involved other popular singers, including Taylor Swift.
Yo, this is getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Like, I don't understand people. This is crazy. I'm gonna pretend to be a music producer. So I'm gonna go on these forums and pretend to be an agent music producer. I wanna learn about her. Like, watch your surroundings, man. Like, I understand that, social media is huge and you can get information on just about anybody, but the best thing you could do is just try to protect some of your info. Don't make everything public. Leave some things to yourself, because you end up in situations like this where some people are just infatuated and can't help themselves. So this is sad. This is crazy. It's weird too. Just insane.
In 2012, he was arrested for what seems to have been breaking a restraining order Elena had put in place. And even his own mother had, in his eyes, turned against him.
What?
While he was imprisoned, his doctors tried to get him the mental help that he needed, but he refused to take medication. And when Elena posted a new song in 2014, the stalker was back again. After another bout of conspiracy theory posts, Elena removed herself from the internet for good. This was when she made all of her videos private and deleted her social media accounts. Since then, there have been no updates from Elena, though she recently made some of her videos public again, suggesting she is safe and well.
Well, I was just about to say, that's probably the best thing about all of this, is that she just ghosted, went silent. Like, I'm not going to put anything out because I am clearly being stalked. And I think that was the best case scenario for her. I know if she was an aspiring artist, that's probably the worst thing that you want to do is remove yourself from the internet, remove yourself from the public eye. But she's here because of it, because I'm sure this dude had way worse things in mind.
What happened to Elena's stalker remains a mystery, as he has also stopped posting. Number 3.
That one's right.
Whether or not YouTube should be classified as a social media platform depends on who you ask. But it's safe to say it's not the first site people think of when they want to reconnect with old friends. Most people would be pretty suspicious if someone left a comment on their video saying they were an old friend asking to reconnect. But allegedly, hundreds of people fell victim to a scheme that started just like this.
This is crazy.
The story goes that a YouTube account going by the name Tom Edgington would leave a comment on the community page of accounts with no videos. These accounts were only used on YouTube as a viewer. Their only activity was commenting on videos. Tom's message would claim that they'd been friends in elementary school and use the username's real name if it wasn't included anywhere on their...
Listen, I could tell you right now if that was a friend of mine in either elementary school or high school. If you were that popular, bro, where you just don't even remember who your friends were and you fall victim to this, you're an idiot.
Their profile. Tom would also leave a phone number for them to reach out to get in touch. If the victim called the number, they would be greeted by the recording of what sounds like a number station. After that, the victim's phone would be bombarded with calls, hundreds every minute, from a variety of phone numbers. The victims would have to change their number in order to get the calls to stop. Allegedly, hundreds of people in California were victims of this harassment. The story supposedly appeared on 4chan when a user got in touch with Tom Edgington's first victim and acquired a recording of the number station message. He also contacted the number himself using an app to give himself a temporary phone number. As had been the case with the other victims, the number was bombarded with calls. The 4chan user answered one of the calls and was greeted with the distorted recording of the buzzer, a creepy recording that's popular in the Unsolved Mysteries community. Either using the number station from the original call or by tracing the calls, amateur investigators supposedly figured out where the calls were coming from. One Reddit user visited the location, a relatively isolated mountainous area in California, and found a bag of old smashed phones. There are some doubts about how authentic this mystery really is. The person that supposedly uncovered the mystery is known to have created a number of mysteries to create content in the past, and information about the supposed spam calls is limited.
There's no way you can believe the guy who started several mysteries to be the one who figured out the mystery. It's clearly this dude. People do anything for fame, anything for any sort of notoriety or recognition. That's insane.
Number 2. Earlier this year, a strange YouTube channel that had apparently uploaded a string of videos in 2017 gathered attention. The channel creator apparently had some ability to see into the future and had predicted the deaths of more than 250 celebrities. The videos were all short clips, just a few seconds long, which featured the graphic of an eye blinking and the name of the celebrity beneath. Between the blinks, a date would be shown. In each case, the date...
Yo, I'm so spooked out right now. Y'all don't even understand. I'm so creeped out right now by this. This kind of stuff bothers me, man. Like, to the core. Like, how would anybody have any sort of knowledge on God's plan? I am thoroughly freaked out.
Matched up with the date that the celebrity in question died. The list of celebrities included those that died from natural causes and those who passed away in freak accidents. Even guessing the year these celebrities would pass away would be impossible. So a channel that had apparently done this hundreds of times in 2017 seemed incredible.
Does anyone
Of course,
know
it didn't take
who's
long
doing
for
this?
people to figure out how this was done. It wasn't some world government taking out celebrities, but editing trickery. All the videos were actually cut down from much longer videos. The original videos were unlisted, meaning only people with a link directly to the video would have access to them, and would include graphics for every date, month, and year the project would cover. When the celebrities passed away, the channel creator would cut down the video so only the relevant date was displayed, and at the start of 2021, made all of these videos public. That way, they still displayed the publication date of 2017, even though they had been edited since then. What did remain a mystery for quite some time was who was behind the channel and why they'd done something which would be extremely time-consuming and wouldn't pay off for 4 years. A Discord server popped up not long after the videos were made public, and the channel creator, or someone acting as them, was active. The server kickstarted an ARG, or alternate reality game, where players solved various puzzles and a story about a global cult. Finally, earlier this month, the players solved the final puzzle, which led them to an archive of all the unedited videos. The channel creator put out a final video revealing himself to be a filmmaker and artist named Kai, and explained his project. The mystery has now been solved, and while it was all just fun, it does highlight the fact that creators can go back and edit past videos without their actions being noticed by anyone who stumbles across the video later on.
That's scary, dude. Like, so if this person just didn't have like the brain or the mind to just say, you know what, or the compassion, because the curiosity in all the people are just sitting there like, man, this dude or this person is a psychic. He knows everything. How does he know how this is happening? If he didn't just say, I'm gonna cut y'all in on the secret, we would still today think that this dude is like a psychic. That's insane. Too smart. Too smart.
Number 1.
Whew, I'm nervous.
The 2010 Smolensk air disaster was a national tragedy in Poland, and one of the most significant plane crashes to have occurred in Europe since the Cold War. Polish President Lech Kaczynski, his wife, and a number of top government officials were aboard the plane, traveling to Russia for a commemoration of the 22,000 Polish military officers that were taken out by the Soviets in World War II. Everybody aboard the plane lost their lives in the disaster. A total of 96 victims, which included politicians, military leaders, and the plane's crew. The disaster occurred over Russian soil, near the military field of Smolensk. According to official reports, there was a thick fog over the airfield at the time of the disaster. The pilot was forced to multitask between landing the plane and communicating with the control tower. The airfield also lacked modern landing aids, as this all worked together to cause the pilot to misjudge the landing. The left wing of the plane clipped a tree, triggering the crash into a nearby forest. It was a simple human error. Reports from the Russian investigation team and official Polish report came to the same conclusion, though there were some differences in the two reports.
I was gonna say, where's the
However,
issue?
not everyone in Poland agreed with these findings. Lech Kaczynski's twin brother and the party he'd represented both pushed for another report. There were definitely some oddities in the way the disaster was handled. The wreckage from the plane is yet to be returned to Poland. The victims were returned to Poland in sealed coffins, but many were placed in the wrong coffin, and even the president had the remains of 2 other people with him in his casket. Conspiracy theories that the disaster had been an assassination attempt began to develop. They weren't fringe beliefs either, but up to a quarter of the population of
that.
Poland believes the crash was deliberate, even 10 years after the incident. So when a video of the immediate aftermath of the crash appeared on YouTube just 48 hours later, it captured the attention of security agents in Poland. The video is 1 minute and 24 seconds long, and it appears to have been recorded on a cell phone. Two men get close to the wreckage while a friend hangs back. A loud siren-like noise is heard, and then three distinct snapping sounds, which some claim sound like gunfire. Investigators said the background noise and distortion made it impossible to say whether this was true or not. Who recorded the video has been something of a mystery. According to military investigators, the original uploader went by the name Rastich or Rastish, and they linked him to a Twitter user named Yura Budnik. Polish media reported the cameraman was a mechanic named Vladimir Ivanov who worked near the site. The video also calls into question the official timeline, with response times given in the official report not matching what appears to be the case in the video.
Another eerie one, man. Man. These videos just kind of they just tweet that like part and like just make you feel weird, man. That's what it is. It's oof. But that was crazy, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about that one, because some of those mysteries, outside of the one where he gave himself up, some of those mysteries were just really weird, man. Like, but still, man. Man, look. Y'all already know, man, it's your boy, the Hype Head, Sneaker Beast. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to share these videos, like them, leave a comment. Like I said, let me know how I'm doing over here. If you guys got any other suggestions, drop them in the comments below. Let me know how y'all feel about the video. It's your boy, the Hype Head, Sneaker Beast. Until next time, I'm gone.